Hi, it's Liz Nedden. Let's have a look at doing a piecewise for a time series. So a piecewise trend is when we look at and see significant change in the direction of the trend over time. And we want to talk about it over usually several years. So at school level, we would be expecting to break it into at most 3 or 4 sections. And you want to describe each of the sections, talking about where it started and finished and the values of the trend, not the raw data, the trend values. So, for example, this graph here, we have the section at the start which goes downwards. Then the next significant section goes upwards, so it's an increasing. And then the last section goes downwards. So that's the kind of thing we're talking about, is where there's a big change in the trend over several years. So this one I would split into 3 sections. If I had this graph here, so we've got our trend line in the middle there, and if I take a single point or just a short period of time, that bit of the trend has gone down and up, and so it's changing direction slightly, but that's what we call random variation. So that's not a significant change in the trend, that's just normal natural variation. Whereas this section here, this is over quite a few years, and that is now a significant change in direction over many years. Within that, you can see it levels off in a little bit and goes up steeper in other parts, but overall it has risen. And that's what we're looking for. So let's have a look at this example here. So what we notice here is that that trend is steadily decreasing. So we wouldn't split it into any piecewise sections at all. That's just one fairly steady decreasing trend. Let's have a look at this one, and this is a different graph. So this is looking at how many jobs were filled in New Zealand between 2004 sometime and about 2012. So if I look at that first section, the trend is increasing. Then in the next section, the trend goes downwards, and in the last section it rises again. Not as steeply as the first section, but it rises again. So those are the 3 sections we want to split the graph into. So let's start by having a look at section 1. And I want to identify where it starts from, the starting trend point, and the end trend point. And so that's what I want to be able to say in my sentence, that it started in July 2004, and it finished, section 1 went through till it rose till April 2008, and it went from 1.81 million jobs up to 1.96 million. And so that's what I would be saying. I'd also then try and do some research and explain why it might have been increasing over that period of time. So now let's have a look at the second section. So this is a decreasing section, and we know it's gone from 1.96 million jobs in April 2008, and the trend finished at 1.89 million jobs in October 2009. So what we can say there is that the trend decreased between those times, and it went from this number to that number, so from 1.96 million down to 1.89 million jobs. And some research around that could be due to the worldwide recession, that financial recession that was occurring. So then we can look at the very last section, the third section there, and that one is a slight increase. And again, start and end points of that section, and then we're going to write a little section about that. The fact that it's risen from October 2009 up to Feb 2012, going from around an average of 1.89 million jobs per quarter up to an average of 1.92 million jobs per quarter. Thanks for watching.